Hello, everybody. Hello, Ben.
Hello, Paul.
I would rather you call me by my current name, Batman. We're going to do a quick episode. This one probably won't be a half an hour or anything. We're just going to talk about Batman for a while.
I'm not calling you Batman.
You don't have to call me
Okay,
Batman.
good.
The Dark Knight will do. I want to know about bears and rabbits. You wascally wabbit. All right, so...
Oh, but Batman, I'm going to take it back, and I'm going to break it up on the low.
So wait. It's a bad idea when people can't understand what you're saying on a recording.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about Batman. What's your favorite Batman, Ben? Favorite version, comic book, movie, whatever.
I don't think I've ever picked up a Batman comic that I didn't like.
Oh, that you didn't like.
Yeah.
All right. I was momentarily shocked.
My favorite Batman comic storyline was the A Death in the Family.
Oh, God, yeah.
The origin of... No, the killing of the second Robin.
Yeah, Jason Todd.
Yes.
Yeah. Good story arc, and a neat way back then, before the internet, to get the fan base involved.
Yeah.
Those 900 numbers were a big ripoff, but for once, people were happy to make the call. Do you like Robin? As a character,
if he's done right and tastefully, yes.
I agree. I don't have any particular
I
affection
really
for...
like, and this is going to sound like I'm, pandering to the popular, but I really like the way they played Robin in the animated series.
Yeah.
Because he is a smart guy who was intelligent enough to say, well, you know what? I'm really not that important. I'm not going to be in this episode, and let Batman do his thing.
Yeah, that was a neat way to do it, because with him being at college, he could be off doing his own thing when the story dictated. But when you needed Batman to have that someone to play off of, he could show up. I thought they did. I mean, there's a reason Batman the Animated Series remains the most popular. It just is. It's good. It's quality.
Absolutely.
It's exciting. It's fun. It's well written. It created characters that went back into the comics, which is unfriggin' precedented, because those are usually strict adaptations.
Yeah.
Have you seen many of the DC Animated Universe movies?
Sticking to Batman, I've seen... Well, I saw Superman, that first one they redid, the original reboot.
Right.
I liked a lot of aspects, but some of the storyline just didn't gel, and I thought,
Which one is it?
The one where he was away for 5 years.
Oh,
and then,
God,
that whole thing just...
It was what it was.
I would keep Kevin Spacey, though, as Luthor. I thought he did a great job.
The plot let him down on that one.
The
whole Superman Returns angle was dumb to begin with.
It was. It was, but there were a lot of aspects. I like his interpretation of Superman.
Yeah, no, I don't have...
Like that Boy Scoutish way he stood on the airplane after he put it down on the ground. He goes, except for today, statistically speaking, flying still is the safest way to fly. So I hope this didn't put anybody off the flying. All right, ta-ta for now.
Well, that was the problem with Superman Returns, though, is it wasn't Bryan Singer's voice. It was Bryan Singer trying to continue Richard Donner's work from the late 70s.
Yes.
And those were great movies. They're still great movies. They still hold up.
Yes.
They're a little corny, a little campy, whatever you want to call it, but they're still good movies. They're still good comic book movies.
But Superman, you have to think about it, too. He is kind of his own publicist, and he's good at it.
Yeah.
And so he would always, like, in the public's eye, kind of maintain that Boy Scoutish kind of...
Boy. Already gotten off topic, only 4 minutes in, but I guess that's
our bread and butter move.
Sure. That's the way you do when you're talking about comics, because they're wide-ranging stories going back 50 years. I mean, there's a lot you can talk about, especially with the Batman.
And staying with Batman,
Batman.
I did like those first two movies with Christian Bale.
Sure, they were great. I loved the big twist in Batman Begins was fantastic, because I love Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, they really well done, well written.
Should we spoiler warn that?
Quite possibly if we get there. We haven't quite done it yet, so
spoilers there are.
Yeah,
Warned you have been. Yes.
Quite possibly. But, okay, yes, spoiler alert. Towards the end of the second movie, I was a little disappointed because it was unclear. It looked like they had killed Two-Face. Am I right?
Which, I guess. I mean, I thought they did kill Two-Face.
Yeah, it looked like, I mean, it really wasn't established. They were just kind of looking at him, at his body, because he took that deep fall.
Yeah.
They were just kind of looking at him, and...
Yeah, I mean, it was vague.
Batman took off, I'll be the villain!
I'm the hero they deserve.
Yeah.
But not the one they... I don't know, it's confusing.
I know.
Have you ever seen How It Should Have Ended on YouTube?
I think so.
Those guys are freaking hilarious. That guy, those guys. I honestly don't know. But anyone who hasn't seen them, you're doing yourself a disservice because they're really funny. Their superhero cafe bits are priceless. When it came out that they were going to do a Batman and Superman in the same movie thing, did you see that one?
Mm-mm.
They were going back and forth at each other about who should win.
Now, wait a minute. Are they fighting each other, or is this a Hall of Justice?
Well, no one. Everyone just assumes it's versus, and they kind of hinted that they wanted an older Dark Knight Returns style, which is all about fighting Superman. But that's a Superman who's become corrupt, so that's why in that context it makes sense.
I don't know if that's going to translate well in a movie because they seem to do a very bad job of doing the pre-story to the storyline kind of thing. Like I see in a lot of comic book movies setting up the character properly.
Well,
Enter Bane. Ugh.
You know, Bane isn't that bad of a character.
He's a great. He's one of my favorites, actually.
A lot of people don't know all the stuff about Bane, and to be
he has
fair,
such a rich story in the background. Why not take advantage of that?
A lot of the stuff they put in the movie wasn't even that far off from the comics, which, okay.
Yeah, no, I could totally... The thing that ruined that movie for me is nobody knows who Bane is. He just, hey, I'm here to take over everything.
Well, and more than that, who was Bane in that movie? Bane wasn't even the important part of that movie. It was, spoiler alert, it was the whole Talia al Ghul thing, and the way they intertwined them, I didn't like it all.
And it may be that I like Bane so much is because I've read and completed 2 novels in my entire life.
Okay.
I don't know if that's something to brag about. However, I'm proud of myself. And one of those novels is a non-graphic novel, Paul. It has no pictures.
High five me.
Called Batman, written by Dennis O'Neil. Dadgummit.
What?
I think it's called Nightfall.
Well, that was the name of the comics where he...
It was the actual storyline of where he gets his back broken. Right.
Okay, that's cool.
He breaks his back and that whole thing.
That's neat.
And he gets somebody to replace him.
Yeah, Azrael.
Yeah.
Jean-Paul Valley replaces him as Azrael.
Very, very, very well written.
How far does that go? Does that go all the way through Bruce Wayne getting rebuilt?
Yep, and there's even the next Robin after Jason Todd, who is...
Tim Drake.
Yeah, he shows up.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, he was through there.
Yeah, very, you get a little taste of the Joker in there.
Yeah.
And you get to learn...
So it's like the comics just novelized.
Yeah, and you get to learn about, what's going on inside Bane's head and his history. That guy lived a
Project
crap...
Gilgamesh.
Yeah, he lived a crap life.
Yeah.
And
yeah, like I say though, I mean, he's a super interesting character, and I felt that they made him a plot device in Dark Knight Rises. But more than that,
they pimped him out pretty hard.
I don't like to pick nits.
You?
Well, okay, I do, but I wouldn't fail a film on a nitpick.
Okay.
But as someone who's lived with back pain for 10 years, that whole I'm in a prison, but I can fix your back with a length of rope and a... What?
Well, okay. I
Fix
get it.
back to my flabby out of shape form, fine. Fix back to being the Batman who's supposed to be peak human, and I don't ever buy that guy was peak human. The way they built him in the story, though.
Okay.
I'm not
in the novel that I read. Spoiler alert.
I actually like Christian Bale.
I do.
Just to be clear, The Prestige, great movie. What else? He was.
Excellent.
I actually liked him in the Terminator movie that he was in. I didn't think he was a bad John Connor.
Loved it.
I liked the guy, but
okay, in the novel, and spoiler alert.
Right on.
He met some woman who had a magic power to heal early on, or like midway through, and then towards the end, she actually heals his back to like pre-broken status.
I didn't remember that. It was probably in the comics too, though.
Yeah,
in that book.
probably.
I mean, I read them when they were new in the 90s.
And I found that, I was reading that and I thought, that is a lucky break, no pun intended.
Well that's Batman's story right there. You could summarize Batman's entire career as lucky break. Born rich.
Yep. Tons of opportunity.
Luckily, you had a devoted butler. Luckily, you had the money to do it. A lot of people like Batman because he's the what do you call it? Not a superhero. He's not a metahuman. He's just a guy. But is he really just a guy? An argument can be made, and God knows I've made it on forum after forum, but an argument can be made that he does have a superpower. It's just...
Yeah, great attitude.
Well, Deus Ex Machina, God from the machine. It's. I already planned for that. Ha! So either he's stumbling through this stuff and making it look really good, or it's just... That's the way he's written. And I mean, that's fine. We love the Batman. We love to,
Yeah, the one lesson you could take and apply it to life is a great attitude will take you through a lot of things.
Sure. But does Batman really have a great attitude? I mean, the
he
modern
does
interpretation.
In that he has no room for failure in his mind.
I guess. I think, what I like to think of Batman, I think that he's just every bit as obsessed and crazy as the people he fights.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I think he's interesting.
One thing that I came to, and I'm proud of myself, I came to this kind of early on. I think it was while I was into the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
But it hit me that Batman was the real person while Bruce Wayne was the mask.
Oh, yeah. They even spelled that out in some of them.
Yeah.
And that's why, yeah. I think they said that in Batman Begins.
It's possible. And that's something I came, and I'm patting myself on the back, I realize, but that's something I came to early on in my like of Batman.
Yeah. Well, that's the neat thing, is that the obsessed psychopath. All right, so do you have a favorite Batman movie?
It's tough. It's a toss-up between the first Batman Begins and the first Batman with Michael Keaton.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that one, I don't know if it works as a film as good as we'd like to remember it, but its place in history is undeniable. Still enjoy it, still love it, still love the Joker. I think Mark Hamill's the best Joker.
By far.
He'll always be my favorite version of the Joker. We also have more of him as the Joker to compare it to, so... it's easy to say, he's the best. He's also the one who's done more, so...
He also does a voice on Regular Show. Did you know that?
I don't know what Regular Show is.
Oh, it's one of the greatest shows ever. Moving right along.
Moving might along. I'd say my favorite's probably the same, Michael Keaton's first Batman. I did like Batman Begins a lot, but... Yeah, both good. Have you seen Justice League Apocalypse?
I want to say I have. Is that where they go to his homeworld and kick his butt?
They go to
him, Superman.
They go to
Wonder
Apocalypse.
Woman?
Yeah.
I think I've seen that.
Batman had that great scene in that one.
They were trying to save
Supergirl.
Right. Yes. Okay. I did see that.
Supergirl Kara Zor-El. Yeah. Great movie. Great movie with.
And Batman had this great scene.
That great scene with Darkseid where he basically played chicken with the entire fate of his planet. Great Batman line.
That is a great Batman moment. Absolutely.
The voices in those, I think, are what make... The animation's great, and the art style, the Bruce Timm art style is really amazing. But I think if you didn't have that spot-on voice cast, Andrea Romano's the casting director, she needs a friggin'... I don't know what kind of awards they give those people, but she should have all of them. She should win it every year. She also did the voice casting for Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Oh.
Did you ever watch that show?
I tried to watch The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Couldn't get
No, no,
the
no,
first
no, no,
part.
no, no, no. I'm not talking about the Manite Shanamana Ding Dong. We ain't talking about that piece of shit.
No, okay. Well, good, because I was a little nervous. I was like, that didn't seem...
That movie was a fuck stain.
Oh, man.
You know I don't like to cuss. So.
And you found that with a black light?
Yeah. With an M Night light.
Oh.
Oh, that was sorry.
What if it was an M Dark Knight light?
No. Because if he hears you, he might think we certainly don't want a Batman movie made by Manite. You watch Scrubs, right?
I know, but you might get a movie with a twist.
With a little lemon twist. Yeah.
No, that was a whole thing on Robot Chicken. Like they did a couple of sketches on there, and he's like, oh, "What a twist!"
Yes. God, I forgot about that. That's really funny. What would be the twist in a Batman movie? Your parents are dead.
No, they're not dead. That would be the twist.
I'm pretty sure they've done that in the comics over the years.
Yeah.
Handily retconned away. You know why they called it the New 52? Because that's how many times they've reset their universe. Ba-dum-tish. Ba-dum-ts.
I did see, sticking with Batman, I saw the Flash. What's it? The Flash movie?
Oh, yeah. Flashpoint.
Yeah, I did see that. Very interesting storyline.
Flashpoint Paradox. That was the one that led into the New 52. And the next movie is their first New 52 battle. So that's interesting and exciting. And it comes out in February. Yay!
February?
February.
Fair enough.
Feb, are you airy? That's what they taught us in friggin' grade school. And still remember it, so I guess it was powerful.
Anybody who looks down at their child and names them Feb, I mean, what's going on with that?
Yeah.
Anyway. But, very good, and I was shocked. I mean, I knew that couldn't be Batman in the new, in the Flashpoint movie. And I was trying to figure out who is that? Who is that?
Oh, yeah.
And it was, when it hit me, I was like,
oh.
Batman's dad.
Batman's daddy. Oh, no.
And the way he, well, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. We did that earlier.
I thought it was great where he comes to this realization, if I sacrifice myself, my boy will live.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bet you've got my support.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and he's totally this filthy Batman, too.
Yeah,
like,
I know, he's scum.
He carries a pistol, for God's sakes.
Yeah. Yes.
Jeez.
Well, it's Batman's dark mirror. That's
yeah.
All of his villains are already that. This is just one who embraced the darkness in different ways.
And beats the living piss. I mean,
did you have the Thomas Wayne in your Injustice game?
I do. Yeah.
I use that one a lot. I use that one a lot.
That's what it was. Because I saw it and I thought, where did I see that? And I couldn't make the connection between that and the game.
Mm.
Who is that? Why do I know who that is?
Yeah, I thought a lot of people didn't like
it. Hit
Injustice.
me, Batman's dad. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, that's Thomas Wayne. Oh.
A lot of the conversation around Injustice was about, fighting games and NetherRealm's role in fighting games. But I love that game.
DC has dropped a lot of goose eggs over the years. They've nailed this fighting game.
I agree.
Down. And it wasn't just them, but it's everything they put together.
I'm not going to speak to how it might appeal or not appeal to the fighting game community because, I'm in my 40s and my hands barely work anyway. So I don't have the reflexes to be a fighting game player with any kind of proficiency. But end of the day, is it fun?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's fun. Is it worth your time? If you want a fun game, then yeah, I'd say get off your ass and buy it. And, oh, dude, did you know they're putting it out for the PS4?
Really?
Special version, up-resed. It's already on Steam. You can buy it today. Comes with all the DLC, naturally, but they're also supposed to be, tightening up the graphics, making it a little prettier.
So it comes with all the DLC if you download it?
Yes.
Somebody text my butt. Sorry.
Right on. So you played Arkham Asylum. You haven't played the other ones.
All right, I'm going to turn this off. Sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I played through that one, and I just haven't had... Because it's just such an undertaking of a story.
Oh, it's a big one. It's dense.
Yeah. And so I need to clear my plate before I pick up another game, so...
All right. 20 minutes or so we've been going on about Batman. Obviously, we like the character.
Great archetype. Love him.
Absolutely.
Overall comic book character just nothing compares.
Nothing compares to you. Thank you, Sinead O'Connor. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here.
I wish Batman would kick her ass.
Well, don't we all? That's another story for another day.
Indeed. And until then, this has been...
Wait. You know how we have to sign this one off. Tune in next week.
Same bat time.
Same bat YouTube.
Ooh.
Fuck it. Let's get...
Peace.
Peace.